He's on a rooftop in what looks like Del Mar down by San Diego. He's got skinny Joe Staley behind him as his hype man and some people watching. And he's throwing a football from one rooftop, because you always hang out on the rooftop in San Diego, to another rooftop or like the deck across the street. And he hits the pizza oven or something. And everyone gets really excited. Joe Staley gives him a hug. It's like those, trick shot videos you see online. So what did we learn? We learned that Kyle Shanahan hangs out with Joe Staley in San Diego during the offseason, that Joe Staley's skinnier than I am, that Kyle Shanahan is a bro. He wears a flat bill cap and like aviator sunglasses underneath. And that Kyle Shanahan is obsessed with filming himself throwing footballs. We've known this, but it's the truth. He reviews tape of himself throwing from practice. He throws in practice. He's the guy who prepares the defense when they after the defense has done all their individual position drills and they come together and they want to practice doing different coverages. He's the one throwing interceptions because he's so good at it, throwing interceptions. So today, in this video, he hits some very far away target, and everyone's punchline is, "Oh, Jimmy couldn't do that." And I'm sure Kyle was thinking that too. When Jimmy Garoppolo missed that deep throw in the Super Bowl to Emmanuel Sanders, I'm sure Kyle Shanahan was thinking, I could hit that throw, because Kyle Shanahan apparently thinks he's a hell of a quarterback. Really? So my question is, I have some serious questions about that video. Whose idea was it for him? How did that whole come up? How did that whole thing come up? Was he sitting in the living room with Joe Staley, being like, you know what? I bet you I could hit that pizza oven across the street. One try. And they said, okay, so it's got to be Kyle's idea. Then he probably recruited someone to film it. Who was filming? I'd like to know. Was it River Craycraft? Was it Jimmy Garoppolo? Was it CJ Beathard? Who was the designated filmer? Who has to follow Kyle Shanahan around and film him throwing things? So I'd like to know who was filming. And then the other thing I'd like to know is, how many attempts did it take Kyle Shanahan to hit whatever he was trying to hit? Because there's no way that was the first try. No way. Was it 20 attempts, 30 attempts, 40 attempts? How many times did he throw that football to that poor Airbnb house across the street? So my follow-up question would be, how much damage did he do on that house across the street? Just chucking footballs at someone's rental home that they put on Airbnb. Don't you think someone around the world was like, oh, that's my house. Wait a second, Kyle. And if he did, run up some damage on that house across the street, how is Kyle Shanahan going to get Jed York to pay for it, is my question. Because Kyle ain't paying for that. And Jed will be like, okay. So whose idea was it? Who filmed? How many attempts did it really take? How much damage did he inflict on that poor house across the street? And how quickly did Jed York write the check? But it was a really cool video. I'm glad he gave us something. Kyle Shanahan must have hours and hours of footage of him throwing. I bet he's gone to Tom House. He's looked at his throwing motion in slow motion. I'm sure he's broken it down frame by frame, cut out the drag, all the unnecessary motion. Gotta respect Kyle. If only Jimmy Garoppolo took his craft as seriously as Kyle Shanahan did. So good for Kyle. That was the only news that I missed this weekend. Kyle Shanahan throwing a football in San Diego. Everyone was talking about it. I have serious questions about that.